check out these fancy mounts on this thing, dude.
Sharp and welded.
Because these they sent us last year.
Okay.
And the ones they just sent over, the brighter gold, the orangey gold is the old stock. Yeah, it appears to be, no, it appears to be the same. Looks like they just like take less material off, so maybe it just makes it stronger. So these will be the ones that we put on the car. These will save as spares. Oh man, that angle's looking freaking tits. No, for real.
Oh, from cleaning this up.
It's like,
yeah.
it's like a straight shot to here. It's plenty long. I'm just wondering if you could kind of go what we did on that thing. You know, shape it to it and like lay this in there so it's like a straight fit.
Yeah.
With like your bead roll up here.
Oh, okay.
And then like, you know, weld it to it and then cut it off behind the bead. Our Part Shop Max rear lower control arm bracket. Bolts on right there.
Okay.
Nice and sturdy. You know, we're just looking for things we can do while we keep waiting for parts to show up. Paid extra to overnight our dry sump tank, which finally got finished yesterday, to have here today, Saturday, so we can actually keep working. And yeah, of course, our delivery guy didn't leave it. You know what? I want to deburr that. See how sharp that is? Yeah, so I gotta run a drill through this one. Because these are the factory bushing bolts, and it locates the rear spherical right in the middle in the factory placement, but it kind of jogs off and grabs here because we were getting some deflection. When you really get the car like keeled over and like a light bump, it just puts all that force like through that bracket. So it just, now we have this piece used to be parallel, right? Or perpendicular, you know, to this line here. And so the arm would come off kind of straight, kink around. Now this is bent, center line is still in line, but it has this extra little piece there, so
Makes
a little
sense.
upgrade.
Nice.
Yeah. Jimmy. I'm gonna put eyes on this real quick before I just jam this thing together. See how that's like a little crooked?
Yeah. You used to have to drill one of them or something.
Well, this one I drilled out, so I take that one out, and then it's this level. We have some movement here.
Yeah.
I'd rather see this thing hit like that.
That's what I was wondering, or if it had to go over. That's why I like.
Oh yeah, like right like that would be, looks really nice. Just over that bevel to like that point.
Let's cut it at 20 and see how it is.
What we got here?
So the front Rad Support, we're going to, I did this on my twin turbo car. Actually like lop this part off, drill this out, and keep this section of it. Okay. So this will bolt on to the factory frame rail, and it's gonna give us our headlight trays, which is super lightweight, it's fiberglass, and it's gonna locate right in that factory mount. Instead of spending the time making a bunch of aluminum brackets that we A, don't have the time for, and B, will not be nearly as precise or adjustable as the factory setup.
Can't go wrong with factory.
Yeah, and since it's, you know, fiberglass, it's gonna weigh less than an aluminum piece. So this guy off. And now
that was fast.
yeah, well, that was just here holding this in place, so this should come off now. So just keep it all together to keep this little course safe.
If you need a hand, let me know.
Start by drilling these off, and then go get the saw, start cleaning it up. Across here, put it across there, and that's it.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I stopped before I went too far. I realized I was taking a lot of the structure out, so I'm just gonna drop a little glue in there.
I need to like obviously run it down more though.
I think I'm just gonna.
Should we shave like this
I
now?
think I'm just gonna cut it, just clean off. It's not gonna be as strong. I think it's the only way it's gonna really work though. Finally,
It's official.
figured it out.
Watching a brand new intercooler getting formed.
not on my side, so I gotta go like a whole bolt hole more. Trying to take it not back past that little support piece, you know? Don't see if it was enough, guess not.
I know, I used to be like half the, I wasn't like good at juggling, but get in the like I always have to like chase it. Damn.
Touching the tip of that guy.
I mean, but it's adjustable, so we could put some bend in there and actually use that thing.
Stock boy.
And actually have a strut bar again.
A real one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, for real.
All right, both are down now.
I know,
I was taking it clean across and I just stopped. I was like, wait, well, this will help if I'm wanting to like.
Can't do, wait a minute.
No, wrong way. Whoa.
Wait a minute.
So why you guys bead rolling this? Easier.
Keeps the coupler from wanting to blow off.
So it's up at the
slide
top.
the coupler past, and you put the clamp beyond the bead roll, and then it makes it harder for it to pop off.
Sharp and weld it.
Like, I mean, there's this nice bridge. Yeah. Just start with that one.
No, like this outer
yeah.
up to this line. Just the.
Might as well try it first before we take it all off.
Why do you gotta trim this bad boy?
So you can get your head under there and work on it. Body work take patience. There. I definitely will want to put it back in. Just gonna continue on with it because the paint guys, you know, you want to make sure they paint it good.
Yeah.
And not just tape that off and you see the white. Well, 4 of them line up.
What? Wow, look at her. Car's done.
What's up, everybody? On today's episode of Quick Hits with Forsberg Racing, we're going to show you how to assemble a 2-piece brake rotor. We got our Willwood aluminum hat, and we have our single plane steel rotor. That's what we use on our race car. It's super lightweight, easy to use. Bolt kit comes with everything you need. What you do is you take this little piece, pretty self-explanatory how it drops in. It's super important to use thread locker. You want to make sure that you use thread locker on each one. When you thread those in, you want to go in a star pattern just like anything else so that you have the proper torque specs on all the rotor bolts, so you don't have any warpage or any issues with that. And then, once you get one of these kind of fitted in, it actually doesn't hold the rotor, it's a floating rotor. There will be a little bit of play there. Last thing is take some safety wire, you thread it through the little hole that's in the bolt, and then when you pull it through, you get your safety wire pliers, spin it up, and it'll start to look like this. Feed it through the second bolt, take the excess, spin that off, twist it. That prevents the bolts from wanting to back out. 2 levels of safety, your thread locker, got your safety wire, then you're ready to go. Just checking out these fancy mounts on this thing, dude.
Yeah. Make sure too low in any section.
I can see the strut tower bar from here.
Alright.
I think it's bad.
Yeah. I don't know why you're doing it. You're just gonna rip it off, back off. About who taped this?
What is that bad boy?
It's a sway bar arm.
Oh.
But yeah.
Off your pro car?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if we should like try and make a new one of those or just freaking same thing, just kind of clean it up and move it to the inside and never worry about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that, the other arm, and then like the front one shouldn't be too bad. The front one mostly just needs like a scuff and a respray.
Got something from HMS. Well, I didn't. Chris did. He got a little fresh air helmet kit. Now he can run a fresh air system over the top of his helmet instead of like the stilo through the sides. He was like really juiced on that because tire debris in your lungs
Oh,
ain't
it's
good.
see-through.
Yeah, it's clear. So like if you got like a
All I
sick
saw
paint
was,
job on it or whatever, you can see it, you know?
You gotta get away Jimmy's
Rotor roach.
the oil pump tank. So
It's a sump. We can obviously get the tank in tighter with if the brackets were like to the side, but then you got like this big hokey bracket to hold it. I mean, I can do it against the firewall. It's not the way I wanted it. Like I wanted to do like a plate with studs. What I was gonna work on is like flattening, because it's pretty close.
Oh, I see.
You know, this is workable.
Yeah.
Probably gonna have to do a 90 ORB
this
guy.
rotates.
Yes.
Put this top however you want.
I kind of rotated it to where I'm thinking like it's probably
best.
best for the top. The bottom I do believe can rotate independently to the top, not like the old tank was. So I was thinking about like I could even work off of this or something, or even, you know, like square tube is just hokey, but like it's effective and it's
so
hidden behind the
effective.
box.
You wouldn't see it. I do like it like this better.
It does get in closer.
It gets in real good. So I think like we'll just put this thing in like the mill, so we get like a nice straight punch through it there, and then we'll just fit that fitting right here, so it's not like too much in the way of the flow. So see, this pressure one's gonna go in, or the temp one's gonna go in here.
Right there, yeah.
We gotta be mindful of this thing because that's a vent. So actually, we can't come off that centerpiece.
Yeah, you're right. So
Can or no, you can't like.
Because this is our new vent. Because the new valve covers don't have these. So he was saying that's why this is blocked off here. They make a billet one. He doesn't know if he can get it to us in time. That has like a nice, it's all billet. It's got a little machined ORB right there.
Oh, that's where we're gonna regulate the venting.
Yeah.
You're saying like.
And so I was saying, see, if we put the temp gauge right where I wanted to, it's gonna be right in the way of all that. It might clear, but it's just a little too much. Between you and Kegel, we'll get like, yeah, something like that made and drilled and tapped and fitted to that.
All right, break.
Cool.
It expands the metal. You heat it up and the metal will expand open because this is already so tight, and our next drill size is going to be technically too big for this, so I don't want to open it up too big and make it hard for him.
Oberg, our new Oberg.
Anodized.
It's like a pre-filter, if you will. So it has like a removable, replaceable metal screen in there. You can get it in different microns. And so this one's pretty coarse, actually. So it's a pre-filter. So anything coming out of the motor goes in here, through the filter, out the bottom, and then into the tank. After it gets sucked back into the pump, we have our K&N filter, the paper filter up here, and that's like a super fine before it goes into the engine. I'm thinking like right here is like where we've done it before. We want to find like slightly over center, favored towards the top side, because like it'll want to lean real fast. Yeah, just go like just slightly up from it. See how it's still like got a lean on her? Because it's just doing this on it, you know, so just like a whole dot over.
Okay. What are you looking at?
It's like a super bitchin' piece. Love it, dude. Let's bolt that tank in. Oh, there she is. This is what we can do. We can run the hose down and out, put the filter under the car. It's what we actually talked about. Forgot.
That's exactly what we're doing.
There you go.
She's got the safeties on.
What is that thing?
Does it need to be
This is a catch tank. Vent, catch can. So the oil goes
all
in
the
this
oil
tank instead of in the oil
this.
pan.
And
Race car
Since
stuff.
it's getting sucked and pushed into it, sucks out the bottom, gets pushed back in the top.
And it creates like a venturi.
pressure.
And then it allows you to run
Sold.
more oil. It keeps it off the crank, so the crank is like splashing through oil. So it frees up power in the motor. More effective oiling system because you have a better pump. It actually draws oil off the engine, so it creates like a vacuum inside the motor. So it's better oiling, more capacity, a lot of things.
Got some air. No, we don't have any air. I don't know. I'm just really lying because he's filming right now.